The South Australian Labor Party has released its costings 2 days out from the state election. It comes a day after Opposition Leader Peter Malinauskas' convincing win at the Sky News Advertiser People's Forum.
The Labor opposition, led by Peter Malinauskas, they've released their costings, and what this shows is that public servant jobs are going to be cut and debt is also going to rise under Labor's plan to fund its more than $3 billion in election commitments. And as we know, the centrepiece of Labor's campaign has really been health funding. So a lot of their commitments are all centred around improving the health system. We know that they've promised 300 new hospital beds and also bringing in more doctors and nurses to improve the health system. So while there will be no new taxes, public sector spending will be cut by more than $670 million over 4 years. And that's because of a 1.7% efficiency dividend that's going to be placed on non-frontline services. There will also be cuts to public sector executives. 50 staff paid an average of $200,000 will be cut, and this will generate about $41 million in savings over 4 years. Labor is also going to fund its health upgrades by using $1.5 billion of a $2 billion capital spending reserve that hasn't been committed in the state budget. Another big stickler as well for the Liberal Party has been this Riverbank Arena. Now, they really want to put money into this arena, but of course Labor has been trying to paint it as unnecessary and as purely a basketball stadium. So under Labor's plan, they would bring forward all of the $662 million allocated to that arena, and that is really part of their plan as well. Debt, though, state debt will increase by more than $240 million. Labor very much backing in its decision to wait until this point to release its costings.
The Liberal scare campaign has been not only comprehensively debunked, there will be no new taxes, there will be no tax increases. All of those things that Rob Lucas has been claiming in the media and to the community are not only wrong, but they've been comprehensively debunked by releasing our costings today.
Well, the Liberal plan showed that $288 million in new funding is needed to fund Liberal election commitments, but nearly $700 million has already been spent by the government on commitments prior to caretaker mode coming into effect. And also they'll be paying for some of their election commitments through previously allocated funding. Their campaign has been an economic one. They want to try and paint themselves as better economic managers and suggest that some of Labor's spending is reckless.
Peter Malinauskas talks a big game. Can't wait for his costings to come out later today. We're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars. And when Labor spend up big, it's you who pay.
The government, of course, releasing their costings on Monday. Labor waiting until today, 2 days out from the election. Very different campaigns, very different plans to fund these election commitments. We'll have to wait to see what voters decide at the ballot box.